The perfect handbag can add flair to your fall look, but there's some key things to keep in mind when you are making a big purchase. One thing you may want to consider is going with a vintage bag. Here to explain why is Stylist Wlaa, and off camera you were telling me something. I've gone to Dillard's, I've seen this event before, but never really understood it. So what kind of is the difference and why is vintage good to consider?
So vintage is great to consider because you can get classic pieces, classic styles, and also styles that maybe are not on the market anymore. So trends that have maybe come and gone, but you never got the chance to get them, or you were fearful of committing to that trend, whatever it is. With a vintage handbag sale like this, you can kind of get great classic pieces at a discounted rate.
And these ones are actually in awesome shape.
Yeah, absolutely. So the company that does this is called What Goes Around Comes Around, and they are kind of exclusive at getting bags that are pre-owned, not pre-used. So the difference being that these were owned by someone else, but not necessarily carried around. Maybe they were in their closet, or maybe they bought a couple pieces. It was kind of one of those, they're not really using it. So these are in pristine condition.
So it's not like you're gonna see a scratch on the bottom of the leather.
No, you're not gonna see scratched or beat up. It's not like we're going to an estate sale or a friend gave you her bag that she doesn't use anymore. These are kind of in great condition, something that you will almost be the first owner or user of them, and then you get a great bag for a lesser rate.
Okay, so why are these pieces so timeless?
So a lot of these pieces are very timeless just because of the cuts and the styles. You know, you get a classic tote or a classic crossbody, kind of a classic shoulder bag. The fanny packs are coming back really, really strong this fall. We're wearing them as crossovers, as fanny packs. So these kind of styles and trends that we saw years ago and even just a few years ago are kind of starting to transition their way back in. With fashion, with style, things kind of work their way back into it.
Okay, and these are beautiful bags. One thing a lot of women probably wonder, is this bag too big for me? Should I go with something smaller? Because some of them really go up in size, or almost the same thing in a smaller size.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of the time you'll see patterns and styles of bags in multiple different sizes. Here we've kind of got the shoulder, and then we've got the crossbody. You see the kind of the same pattern. And when it comes to the proportion of the bag, it kind of bases on the proportion of the woman. So you don't want anything that's huge, that's gonna be overwhelming to you if you're kind of shorter or petite. At the same time, if you do a simple silhouette, you can do a bigger bag and make it kind of a statement.
Okay, and where can we see all these, and what's the event called?
So the event is at Dillard's, all of the Dillards. These are all exclusively from Dillard's Zona Rosa. It's the vintage handbag sale. You can pre-sale right now, so you can go in, purchase whatever, but the event doesn't start till Saturday.
Okay, well that sounds like fun. A lot of women probably want to stop by. And you also mentioned some of these patterns or fabrics maybe aren't used in bags anymore?
Yeah, like the rainbow Louis they stopped making. That's a designer trend. The denim Louis they've stopped making. So these are kind of styles that the designer that was running the fashion house at the time ran this kind of exclusive collection. Now they don't sell them. You can only find them at vintage or estate sales or something like that.
Okay, well, just so many great tips why vintage might be a good choice, maybe for that big purchase leading up to Christmas time. Any woman would want one.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much, Wlaa.
Thank you.